What is up, everybody? I just wanted to read a quick Bible verse to you guys and give you guys my thoughts on it. It is from the, book of James. It is James chapter 4, verse 4. It says, "You adulterous people, don't you know that friendship with the world means enmity against God? Therefore, anybody or anyone who chooses to be a friend of the world becomes an enemy of God." You see, the world wants nothing to do with God. The world believes that God isn't real, miracles aren't real. They want nothing to do with the Lord, because they want to seek their own flesh desires. They don't want to seek the desires of God. They don't want to chase after God and get to know Him and be saved. Be saved from eternal hell. And that's why God says, if you choose to be a friend of the world, if you choose to live for the world, you're an enemy against God, because the world hates God. You see, I'm not even going to make this about politics or anything, but look at the world today. Full of evil people that, think God isn't real, and there's a million genders in the world, and it's okay for someone to murder a baby for their own mistake, and to live in sin, to go party and get drunk and hook up with women and chase after a job so they can get rich and have all these fast cars and big houses and all these women and stuff. And that's the world. That's the world's desires, quite frankly, because the world comes up with other things to try to fulfill themselves that doesn't involve God. So many people just don't want to acknowledge the Lord. And it also says that if someone loves the world, they do not have the love of the Father inside of them. As Christians, we need to warn people that if they stay living for the world, if they choose the world over God, they're going to end up in hell. You see, because you either choose God or you choose the world. There's no middle. It's either God or the world. So which one are you choosing? Are you choosing the Lord or the world? Because I know many people that have done all the things that the world has offered, and it's just led them to even worse places in their lives. But when they found God, they were freed from all of that, and they began to truly live. So don't chase the world. Don't be a friend of the world, but be a friend of God. Chase the Lord. Spend time in His Word. Spend time in this book, because the Bible is the only book that's truly alive and that reads you. And God uses this to speak to you. He puts certain verses, He gives you certain verses that may speak to you in the time that you're going through. And I feel like this verse really spoke to me, because we're in a time right now where it's so evident that Satan is roaming around, and Satan is trying to get as many people as he possibly can to live for him and not live for God. So live for the Lord. Warn. As Christians, we need to, sound the alarm that if non-believers don't turn to God, you're going to end up in hell. That's the sad truth, and that's the sad truth, but that should make us warn them even more. We need to go out there into the world, into that darkness, and free them from that. Just like Jesus did. We were living in our sin. And Jesus made a way for us to turn to him and be freed from our sin. That's what we can do for people in the world. We can free them from ending up in hell and burning forever. That is one of the greatest. That is, I would say, the greatest thing that we can do, besides having a true relationship with the Lord. Saving people from eternal death through the Lord. So turn to God. Turn to him. And he will grant you all the godly desires that you have. He will provide for you, because it says that he provides for the lilies and the flowers. So how much more will he care for you? So seek after the Lord. Please get to truly know him. God bless.